Hello and welcome to Andre's blog number 16. This is my 16th blog on YouTube, and I have my Parliament Mothership Connection shirt on. I haven't really worn this in a while. I'm glad I did because while it's very nice outside, it's also very cold. It's perfect weather for a shirt like this. And actually, I'm going to talk to you about shirts today. Now, I know that I have talked to you about socks and other clothes in the past, but they always say that clothes make you, and while I don't subscribe to that per se, I will say that I have a hugely difficult time looking for clothes when I do, because I never seem to find the right clothes that I like. Now, this one was a shirt that I actually found in Bar Harbor, Maine, at a record store called the Music Bar, which is now closed, and it's too bad because they had all kinds of shirts stored over there. They had postcards and all kinds of things, and you'd probably have to order something like this over email now or internet. And it's interesting that not too long ago, I was talking to my friend Henrique, who lives out in Oakland, California, and he was talking to me about a person he knew, well, make this as anonymous as possible, who was wearing a Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon shirt, but had never actually listened to the album Dark Side of the Moon. And I will say for note that I've heard this album many, many times, so I wear this t-shirt very proudly, George Clinton's the man, as far as I'm concerned. But one of them. But anyway, and Henrique gets criticized for wearing a Stevie Wonder t-shirt. I guess it's a perception of things. But what really makes it interesting to me, this whole what shirt you wear, what shirt you don't wear business, is the fact that everywhere I go, I see people wearing t-shirts that have clothing logos on them, such as Boo Boo or Dockers or I don't know, Hanes, whatever. I don't know what they have, but all kinds of these logos on them. And I've never been a big one for that. As a matter of fact, I will go through clothing bins and deliberately look for clothes that don't have logos, because I don't want to go around being a commercial for a clothing product. Now, wearing a shirt that has this, for example, I'm actually expressing my interest in a piece of art, or if it has a painting by Picasso or Van Gogh or Pollock or Gauguin or whoever, I'll wear that shirt too. I would love to have more art t-shirts. My father has tons of them, but rather than just advertise something that somebody will go out and buy, I'd like to advertise art or culture or something that has a meaning. I'm not trying to be pretentious or anything, but it's something I like to do, and I have a very difficult time here in Maine finding shirts that fit my inner me and what I really like. And especially during the last 8 years, I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, it's been very difficult to find anything up here that isn't dark or gloomy or really promo commercial for that particular brand of clothing, and it's been kind of difficult. I've traveled to cities, Boston, New York, Montreal, even Austin, Texas, and the clothes there are much, much, much more colorful and interesting. Not generally, I mean there are some exceptions as everywhere, but the fact is that looking for clothes in those places can be a little bit easier, especially if you're trying to find colorful things. Maybe it's just the area or the fact that it's cold. It's harder for me to find the kind of clothes that I want. But the search goes on for the right shirt and the visualization of the perfect beat, as it were. Whatever. Anyway, that's my blog for the day, and I hope all of you find the colors you want, for the shirts you want, and what have you. This is Andre's video blog number 16, signing out. All kinds of shirts stored over there. They had postcards and all kinds of things, and you'd probably have to order something like this over email now or internet. And it's interesting that not too long ago, I was talking to my friend Henrique, who lives out in Oakland, California, and he was talking to me about a person he knew, well, make this as anonymous as possible, who was wearing a Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon shirt, but had never actually listened to the album Dark Side of the Moon. And I will say for note that I've heard this album many, many times, so I wear this t-shirt very proudly, George Clinton's the man, as far as I'm concerned. But